Matthew, the physical part of this, in terms of the 2016 NHL Scouting Combine, isn't going to happen for you. But the season you had physically, I imagine you feel pretty good as to what you've left on the table for everyone to observe.
Yeah, I think this combine process, I'm going to let my game on the ice speak for itself.
What, having said that, what were the interviews like? I mean, give me some sense as to what it's like to be in that room and just, one team after another firing questions at you.
It was a very productive meeting with each team, and you get to know their head management and a lot of their scouts that you don't get to see every now and then. Throughout the year you meet with one or two scouts of their team, but that's it. And you get to meet with a whole bunch here and get to really know what they think of you after a long season. Especially for myself, played a lot of games this year, and they got to see me a lot. So just to hear their opinions and my opinion on myself, and some friendly back and forths with some teams if they disagree or if I disagree or something. But it was all good.
I know you're not necessarily paying attention to where you're going to go or whether your stock's rising or falling, but you have had to heard by this point that Edmonton's certainly a possibility for you with the number 4 hole. How did that meeting go? Can you remember it amongst the other 29?
Yeah, it was good. Talking with Mr. Shirley and the rest of their staff, and getting to know what they think of me as a player, and just simple stuff. We were analyzing my game and analyzing some points of focus that they might have worried about or they might think is positive. So, all in all, a good meeting.
There are some advantages, of course, with having a father who played in the NHL, but I can't imagine preparing for this as one of them. It's a different league now than when he broke into the league. He wasn't facing 30 interviews.
Yeah, no, he wasn't, and he didn't even go to the draft his year, and it's a different time, and I don't know how most of the guys would do back then with all this out there.
Did you? Do you take some pride in at the top of the draft? There's a couple of Americans born in Scottsdale. We were just talking with Jacob Chikrin, who of course grew up in Florida. I mean, is there some pride that the United States is now starting to churn out some players? And do you take a certain degree of pride in being part of that contingent?
Yeah, I do, and I want to be one of the first. Born in Scottsdale and raised in another place south in St. Louis, and I want to be a trailblazer in hockey, and I want young kids to look up to guys like myself or Austin Matthews, Jacob Chikrin, and say they did it from a different area that may not produce as much as Minnesota or Boston or Michigan or anywhere like that, and I just hope to grow hockey in the United States because there's a lot of young athletes in that country, and if we get more guys playing hockey. We're going to quickly turn as one of the world powers in hockey.
Finally, a couple things about your last season. I mean, is there any substitute for the experience you enjoyed in London and being part of a team and being a key contributor on a team that go ahead and wins the Memorial Cup?
Yeah, not a lot of guys get that experience, and I was happy to be put in a good role in London and a lot of great players and part of a great team that did something very special, and I would not trade this year in for anything.
For you individually, do you find something out about yourself that you didn't know before in terms of being able to play through an injury and maintain a high level of production?
It's all about preparation, and it's all about the mental state, and it was really hard physically, but I had the right attitude, and I was going to give up my teammates because they played 80-so games before that, for me and through injuries and all that, and could have easily sat out a couple games or whatever, but those games are too important, and I think a team needs everybody, and everybody going 100%, and tried to do that, and I was happy I did it, and I was just so happy the guys gave it their all too, and it took a total team effort to win the Memorial Cup.
Thanks for the time.
Of course.
That's Matthew Tkachuk. Take a look, Edmonton. He's going to be on the radar at the upcoming NHL Draft.